Hey, what's going on, Virgos? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe. What's going on for Virgos? Let's see for the Virgos. All right, Virgos. So the first thing I see, Virgos, I feel like there is someone new coming in, or I just come in. But I feel like with this person, first and foremost, I feel like this person, they weren't at all expecting to meet someone like you. I feel like this person, the first thing I see is this person, instantly there is a connection for this person with you. We have do love right away, and I feel like this person didn't expect to meet someone like you, and I feel like they're finding it hard to resist that allure that you have. I feel like this person wants to be with you, and it is all happening so very quickly. I feel like it really caught them off guard. But I feel like this person is, even though they feel this way, they are resistant. I feel like this person does keep you at a distance, even though they want to be close. We have that self-imposed prison. I feel like this person, I feel like they have a very hard time of opening up. And I feel like that is mostly due to trust issues. I feel like this person doesn't trust very easily, because I feel like they have been hurt tremendously in the past. I feel like this person has shown up for people, and I feel like they always feel regret afterwards. I feel like they've always been hurt because of it. So I feel like they're kind of, coming at you. It's not like they're stopping coming to you, but I feel like they're trying to hold themselves back. And I do feel like this person is doing a lot of overthinking, and I feel like the overthinking is caused by the fact that this person absolutely doesn't feel like they can be hurt again. I feel like they feel like they suffered enough hurt for one lifetime. So it's almost like, even though they're drawn to you, even though they feel, like I said, very connected to you very quickly, they're finding it hard to open up. They're finding it hard to let you in, because of the fact that they're afraid of getting hurt. Now, I said this before, a lot of times when someone's got hurt a lot, someone that has dealt with a lot of pain, it's almost like every time it happens, they double down. So this person's got to a point where they got the walls up pretty high. But even all that's happening, there's another part of them, that part that just keeps thinking about you, and they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop fantasizing about you. This person wants to be with you so bad, and they want to open up to you. They want to be able to trust you, but there's just that part of them that keeps them from opening up. You know, and that's why I feel like there is going to be some hot and cold energy from the beginning, even though this person knows, you know, deep down they know this is where they should be. This is where they were meant to be. And they know there's something different about you, but like I said, it is going to be slow and steady. There's no two ways about that. You know, there's going to be a very slow and steady energy with this person, because of the fact that they have that fear. You know, they hold on to a lot of burdens. They have some issues that they haven't really truly worked through. And like I said, they weren't meaning to find you. They didn't know they would find you. They didn't expect to find you. But here we are. And like I said, it starts off with very hot and cold energy, because of the fact that when they're with you, they can't control it. So it's almost like they have to peel themselves away from you. And that's why we get that hot and cold energy. Even though, like I said, with that World card, they know deep down this is exactly where they want to be. And they know there's something different about you. That's something that's very clear to this. That's why they keep moving forward, even though it is hard. Now, there is a part of this person that is holding back. Like I said before, with that self-imposed prison, we also have the Seven of Swords. You know, it's not so much they have a hidden agenda, but I feel like they're not being exactly upfront and open of what they want from you, which makes it hard for you to understand where this is going if they're not really sure what their intentions are. I mean, this person has a hard time listening to their intuition. I mean, everything in them is screaming to, you know, just let you in. You know, and I feel like that voice is getting louder, and it's going to become to the point where they won't be able to ignore it much longer. And that's why I say it is moving forward. Not very quickly, but it is. You know, I feel like you're giving this person everything they need. You know, and I feel like because of that, I do feel like with that Devil card, I do feel like they're going to release a lot of these burdens. You know, the more they open up to you, the more they establish that trust with you, the more they realize that they have nothing to fear. And also, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So, I mean, that's just telling me that basically what this person, you know, the more they become open with you, the less anxiety they have about being more open with you. And I feel like that's, you know, it is going to be slow and steady at the very beginning, but we are going to move forward very quickly after that. You know, after this person realizes that, you know, a lot of these issues that they're dealing with are issues from their past and really has nothing to do with the future. You know, like I said, I feel like you're both on the same page, and I feel like because of that, I feel like you're going to see a huge transformation in this person with that Death card. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're both on the same page. You both want the same thing, and I feel like because of that, realizing that they finally found someone that does want the same things, that is going in the same direction. I feel like that's another way that is going to open up the doors for this to move forward a little bit more quickly. And then we have the Chariot, a lot of forward movement. Like I said, it is slow and steady in the beginning, you know, but once you have their trust, I mean, everything changes. You know, once you have their trust, I feel like this person will show up for you. They will put in the work, and they will, I mean, they're not going to lie to you. They're going to be honest with you. And I feel like it's not always going to be pretty, but it's always going to be honest. You know, this person has a lot of integrity, you know, and I feel like their moral compass is on the right direction. I just feel like it's not about them. It's about people around them. And I feel like they've been hurt, like I said before. And that's their biggest fear, especially the fact that they're falling for you as quickly as they are. Their biggest fear is to be hurt again. And the thing is, when you find someone that really truly matters to you, someone that really catches you off guard, the hardest thing about that is the fact that it's almost like you don't have time to think. It's almost like you're afraid that you're going to jump too fast and too far, and it's going to be your downfall. But like I said, this person is going to be honest with you, and they're going to show up for you. You know, we have the Ten of Cups as well as the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel like you are going to get everything you've been wanting, everything you've been looking for. And it is going to take time, but it's going to be worth it in the end. You know, seeing this, who this person really is, and seeing how they truly feel as we progress is really going to open up the floodgates here. You know, having someone that shows up for you, having someone that, you know, trusts you, and with that trust, they open up more and more. And like I said, I mean, it's not like, I don't want to have you to have this fear that this person's always going to be closed off to you, because that's not how it is. And that hot and cold energy you feel with this person, that's just their way of, you know, it's a coping mechanism. You know, they're looking at the negatives to the positives in the beginning, but that does change. That will change. And like I said, with the Chariot card, there's a lot of forward movement here. But like I said, I mean, we also have the Sun card. I mean, a lot of happiness. You know, and I feel like they finally, you know, once they feel they can trust you, once they open up to you, like I said, the floodgates open. Taking that leap of faith, finally being able to, you know, bare themselves to you. Like I said, I mean, this person doesn't want to have any regrets. You know, they don't want to miss out on something that seems so very special to them, which this does feel special to them. Like I said, from the very beginning, this person felt a deep connection with you that isn't going away. And yeah, in the beginning, they may be a bit hesitant and maybe a bit defensive, but that's going to change once they realize that you're not everybody else. And that's the hardest thing about finding that right person for you, is establishing the fact that they're not like everybody else. You know, and I feel like the biggest thing that's holding this person back in the beginning is the fact of how much they do care about you, how much they do. You know, I feel like there's new love right off the beginning, almost like love at first sight. And the more they get to know you, that just, you know, lays that foundation even more permanently. Now with this person, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. You know, it is kind of I get it. I mean, it's I was like that. You know, this story time happens to be more about me, is the fact that, you know, like for instance, when me and my ex, that we had a very long relationship, but in the very beginning, I was almost like trying to find every way to provoke her to tell me what I thought. You know what I mean? Like, in the beginning, you're always thinking, like, even when you care about someone, you're thinking, they can't care that much about me. They can't care as much as I care. And I'm going to get it out of them before I give them anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to make them say that they don't care about me as much as I do care about them. And so you almost provoke it. But then as you move forward, you realize that what you're doing isn't provoking it. You're not getting the reaction you thought you were going to get. And then things start changing. Then you start saying to yourself, okay, well, maybe this person isn't who I thought they were. Maybe they genuinely do care. And then you start opening up more. And that's how I did it. I started opening up more because I realized that, you know, I mean, I'm not saying I was mature. I did a little bit of immature tests to see, you know what I mean? And I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying you should do it, because I really don't believe in games. I was young and immature then, but you know, it's almost like you keep giving them tests to see how they're going to react to that test, and if they're going to pass that test. And then it gets to the point when they keep passing the test, and you start realizing that maybe this is real. And then that's when things get better, because then you're actually involved. It's almost like, when you first get with someone, you have really strong feelings for them and you're afraid. And out of that fear, you start doing immature things like testing them. But like I said, I never really had a whole lot of experience with love before that. So it's almost like when I got to that point, I was kind of like a non-believer in the fact that love even existed. So I tested it and I retested it. And what I mean by test is like just little immature things, like even though I wanted to call, I didn't call to wait to see if they called me, or invoking jealousy was one, to see the reaction. I don't condone it. I wasn't always as emotionally mature as I am now. but like I said, it's almost like, you know what I mean? It happens. I mean, I before I met her, it was like I invested in relationships that really, I had no, I invested in relationships that really I shouldn't have. And after you pay the price a few times, you get to the point where you're like, I'm not willing to put myself in that vulnerable position again. But that's the wrong mentality. If you're not willing to be vulnerable, then you're not ready. And when I first met her, I wasn't ready. But I got ready. And I'm still getting ready. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.